Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from Popular Science that was published on October 4th, written by Robert Verger. This AI can help spot biased websites and false news. We should take a lesson from it. They're basically, and this is what's funny, they are basically trying to say that we should kind of let AI go through and figure out what's fake news and all this other shit for us, which we already have going on now. And what they're claiming is fake news, it's a matter of interpretation. And when you use something like Wikipedia as a fucking source to try to claim something is fake news, which their artificial intelligence does, that should be a big red flag for you. I mean, a good example of Wikipedia being wrong. And this is a person I can't stand. I think he's a smug, high off his own farts from having his head up his ass sniffing them. Thinks he's more intelligent than what he really is. Shitbag. And that's Sargon of fuckwad, soy boy of trap porn. I can't stand him. And his Wikipedia page says that he's alt-right. The alt-right wouldn't have him. In part because of his beliefs being different than theirs, and also in part because of the fact that he's a spurging fucking moron. So let's get into the article here. Any fact checker who works for the media has a straightforward but challenging job. Make sure all the claims in an article are true. Are simple facts like the distance between two cities accurate? Are the quotes correct? Are broader statements true? It is an important task, and in an era of outright fake news, especially considering the 2016 election and the upcoming midterms, it is becoming even more crucial. So, you've got this spurging fucking idiot who wrote this. What's his name again? Rob Verger. Basically like, well, we need these computers to come in and judge what fake news is so we don't have another Trump. And so we don't have Republicans win in the midterm elections because, it's got to be fake news on why. It isn't the fact that we're being reported on for being spurging fucking morons. No, it can't be that because that ain't true. We're not spurging fucking morons. I mean, literally, that's what they're acting like, and they're trying to go, oh, fake news, and now they're calling, I mean, like this idiot, Verger, whatever the fuck his name is. He's saying that we need this type of shit because we don't want a repeat of the 2016 election. Translation, we don't want another Trump getting into office. To tackle this larger issue, researchers from MIT, as well as institutions in Qatar, oh god, that's always a good combination, and Bulgaria, have been working on a way to use artificial intelligence to help humans make sense of the complicated media landscape. Yeah, because the masses are too stupid to be able to read an article and then do a little research and figure out if it's true themselves. Do you think I'd take what I read at face fucking value? Hell no. Especially when it's coming from legacy media and now Popular fucking Science. As part of that. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. And they realized that an important step they needed to take before developing an AI that can fact-check individual claims was to analyze how reliable different news and websites are themselves in the first place. So let me guess, besides Wikipedia, did it use PolitiFact and Snopes? Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. So they set out to make an AI that could evaluate how factually strong different sites are and their political bias. To train their AI system, they first used data from 1,066 websites listed in a source called Media Bias Fact Check. Oh, God. I forgot when reading that. They used that fucking thing? Oh, shit. That biased fucking... Oh, my God. Because I don't think that's the actual site there that's now going and doing media bias. I think that's the thing that they had prior to the 2006, like back in 2016 and shit. That bullshit list that they had that had like CNN as fucking credible and shit like that. When they're lying to the American people at the same fucking time, going like with the DNC dump, you get Chris Cuomo talking about how it's illegal for the American people to read that shit. I think that's what that is. I don't think that's the actual thing that came out recently there, the site that actually went through and rated them. Then, the AI analyzed information about news websites, considering sources like articles on the sites themselves, their Wikipedia pages, Twitter accounts, even URLs. Wow. How did it use Twitter? Because that right there could be a messed up thing. Because if it was using one of those lists for far right and all that other shit to go through it, you don't know. I mean, they just say they use Twitter accounts. They don't say how they use the Twitter accounts and what they use as a comparison. And even URLs. Most of the time, these URLs are probably going to their own fucking site, but alright. Using information like this, the AI had about a 65% accuracy at predicting how factual the website was, and about a 70% accurate at detecting its bias. Are you fucking kidding me? You seriously are calling for AIs to be going through shit to pull out fake news, and they're only right 65 to 70% of the fucking time on anything. Eesh. That's bad. One of the best resources for the AI is one that humans rely on too. It turns out that Wikipedia is very important, says Rami Bali, a postdoc at MIT Computer Science Artificial Intelligence Lab, and the Artificial Intelligence Lab and paper's first author. Oh, you're bragging about Wikipedia. You're fucking AI using Wikipedia. Wikipedia, oh, hey, that's some fucked up shit. That's because the information you need to know about a news source might be right there. The Wikipedia page for The Onion, for example, labels it as satirical right up top. Yeah. And Soy Boy of Trap Porn's page lists him as alt-right. Up by the top, I believe. What's your fucking point? The Drudge Report's Wikipedia page labels it as conservative. I wouldn't exactly call Drudge conservative. I mean, maybe a little libertarian, leaning kind of towards conservative, but I wouldn't call him a conservative. And then you look at this, they don't put it in any context. They got factuality, factual, non-extreme, extreme. It's little plot points. It's like, what standards did they use to create these limits? What the fuck are they physically? Because your plot points don't really give much insight into this shit. MIT results show a correlation between publications with extreme level of bias and a low level of factual accuracy. So CNN is what? Way the fuck over here? Like off the chart? Keep in mind the overall trustworthiness of the website itself, and checking its Wikipedia page if it has one is a good step for regular people too. For example, in August, Facebook and a cybersecurity firm announced they'd uncovered inauthentic news coming out of Iran. One of the websites associated with Iran was called the Liberty Front Press, and they call themselves independent, but appeared to actually be pro-Iran. And tellingly, the site does not appear to have a Wikipedia page. Facebook also has some good tips for us non-AIs to keep in mind when looking for fake news. Well, I don't have a fucking Wikipedia page. You saying I'm fucking fake news, bitch? Is that what you're fucking saying? Because I don't have a Wikipedia page? Because I haven't arrived at the point of a Wikipedia page? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Because that's what that's coming across as. So, I mean, what they're saying is small person, they start a website or they start a YouTube channel or whatever. Because they don't have a Wikipedia page, they're not credible. That's what they just basically said. That's fucked up. Of course, the MIT research group aren't the only ones using AI to analyze language like this. A Google-made AI system called Jigsaw automatically scores the toxicity of reader comments, and Facebook has turned to AI to help augment its efforts to keep hate speech at bay in Myanmar. Oh, God. Two big leftist things they're using AI for censorship too, mind you. Jigsaw automatically scores the toxicity of reader comments. Who judges if they're toxic or not? Toxicity is based on the perspective of an individual. And all the people who use the word toxicity in a comment like that, you know, about online comments or a conversation in general in the world, they tend to be left, far left, and they can't handle the facts that they're being presented with. So they call it toxic. Oh, God. And then this idea, I mean, you've got, yeah, you got Facebook using them to censor in Myanmar. I mean, that's funny. And you're trying to say, oh, yeah, this is a good thing. Are you kidding me? Another source was even more important than Wikipedia for the MIT researchers' AI system. Articles on the websites themselves. The AI was able to analyze between 50 to 150 articles on each news site and examine the language in them. Extremely biased websites try to appeal to the emotions of the readers, Bally says. They use a different kind of language when compared to a mainstream down-the-middle site. So you mean CNN? Okay. You mean MSNBC? Okay. Gotcha. Bally's saying they'd still like to make their system more sophisticated. Their goal at this stage was to initiate a new way of thinking of how to tackle this problem. There is no problem. There wasn't a problem until the fucking Democrats conveniently crafted this fucking term, fake news. They got the legacy media and Democrats crafted that shit, and it got spun against them. So now they're trying to spin it back around and use the label when it's now a meme to go after those people in the alternative media. And this is a prime example of that. Because that's what this technology will be used for. That's exactly the intent. That's exactly the purpose. To censor people, the alternative point of view that isn't pushing the mainstream legacy media bullshit. Because history is written by the victors. Legacy media had been the victors for the longest time, and I'm sure the MIT AI is going to use the MIT AI is going to use, I'm having a brain fart, the fucking exact word, but they're going to be, I can't think of the word I'm trying to pull out of my head, but they're going to be using the legacy media's reporting to judge what's factual and shit. This will be used pretty much towards the alternative media and conservative outlets like Fox and shit like that. Because they'll use the bias being, you know, they'll use the base, I mean. They'll use the base of like CNN and MSNBC and BBC and things like that. They'll use as their base for their baseline, I mean. And it'll turn into a mass censorship thing. I mean, that's what this guy's basically calling for, because the 2016 presidential election we can't have again. This is some ridiculous shit. Thinking that AI is good like that. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.